This is your sign. Nothing in this universe ever really ends, and nothing lasts forever. That means everything is in a constant state of change. Welcome back to Sweet Infinity. My name is Kieran. This is the final episode of my 30-day challenge where I read one card or a small spread from one of my tarot decks or one of my oracle decks, went over card readings and interpretation and the artwork, and I hope that it came up with a reading that helped you and resonated with you. Today is the final episode of that particular challenge. However, this channel is only getting started. I will be posting a lot more content on this channel, so stay tuned. Today I'll be reading again from this deck, the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck by Kim Krans. It's one of my favorite decks, even though the cards are circular and a little bit difficult to shuffle, but I manage. The artwork is awesome. If you have seen this channel, you might have seen me use this deck before. It's sort of a mix of collage and watercolor. It's very unique. It's an oracle deck, which means that there is basically just the artwork that the artist and whoever they collaborated with came up with. And there are different meanings that are attached to each card. I will be reading from this huge guidebook that it comes with. It's really useful, actually. It's one of the bigger guidebooks that I've seen. And it has images of the cards plus an explanation of what the author was inspired by. However, with oracle decks, I find it's very open-ended. You can have your own interpretation. There's usually imagery that might stimulate your own memory of other things you've read or come across, artwork that you've seen, dream imagery that you might have. So I find them to be very useful. So I'm going to shuffle this. And if you could please subscribe and like this video, do a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing so far, and share it with a friend or two if you'd like. That would be really cool. So I'm going to pick a few cards and see what we come up with. The first card that came up is the Creator. The next card that came up is called the Shaman. I'll pick something from the middle of the deck. The Lover. Wow, these are powerful cards. The Creator, the Shaman, and the Lover. What a beautiful set of cards. So I'm going to read from the book and then see what we come up with. So first up, the Creator. The Creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the Creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The Creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the Creator's lifelong companion. And some of the keywords here are the artist, the alchemist, and the innovator. And it says, the Creator is naturally attractive and coveted as its energy zings with possibility. You can feel when a Creator type enters the room, all eyes land on them. To increase your Creator energy, ward off jadedness at all cost, recommit to childlike curiosity, and nix the rules. The Creator. So look at these beautiful colors. Every color of the rainbow is in here. There is a hand holding what looks like a paintbrush. So this is the ultimate Creator. This is the magician who can make something out of nothing. So writers are magicians, artists are magicians, parents are magicians. Anything that you make where there wasn't something there before, you're a magician. And for me, that's what this card means. It's about being in touch with that part of you that creates something in this world. Next, we have the Shaman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the world, or the healer. That's another manifestation of the shaman. So the mentor, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. So that's another manifestation. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet where there is power, there is shadow, so the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. Keywords here: the magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman. Also, it says, contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appears in every vocation, like teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. And the shaman can't be rushed. Working with the archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like brining or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of its being. Wow. So more like the teacher and the service provider, the healer, the nurse. Next, we have the lover card. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, scents, and sensuality. This energy awakens when we taste the sweetness of honey, when we kiss someone we love, and speak gentle words to someone we protect and care for. The lover is not interested in just getting there, but by the slow merging of the self and the other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. Keywords: the heart, the beloved, the devoted. It also says, when you hold someone's gaze for several moments, you will feel the lover within you awaken. It is common to seek the lover in another. The true gift is finding the lover in yourself. The lover archetype is present everywhere, not just where conventional forms of pleasure and beauty are found. The lover's awe is unconditional. Wow. This is a great reading. If you are here watching this, this is your call to action. You are being called to be your highest self. These three cards together, the creator, the shaman, the lover, you are being called in this deck, because this deck has all kinds of cards. I mean, these are not the only kinds of cards that are in this deck. There's quite a lot of very complex, some even kind of dark, complex cards. But these three cards coming up like this is a sign that you are on the right path and you know exactly what you have to do. And it's coming from a place of creativity, wanting to serve and heal others and yourself, right? And from a genuine love for the world, genuine love for humanity, creation, existence, the planet. These three cards together are some of the most beautiful expressions of beingness that I can think of. The creator is the one who takes raw materials from the world, as it says in the description. This is when you can take even things that are garbage that somebody tossed aside. You go to the thrift store, you find stuff there that is just incredible. In fact, this deck itself I found in a thrift store. It was completely unused, which was amazing. All the cards were in there and it was not even touched at all. There was nothing. So I found this particular deck there, and now I've been reading from it. I've read for others and I'm doing these episodes. So the creator is someone who can find something in the garbage. I mean, don't go through the garbage bins unless it's clean and you're wearing the right protection. But things that other people might not appreciate, you are able to put it together. You're able to upcycle things. There's so many amazing things that people are doing out there. I've been to craft markets because I sell some of my soaps and other items that I hand make. And there's people there selling all kinds of amazing things, upselling items that they find or things that are lying around and then creating something else out of it. I've seen people make jewelry out of computer parts, little pieces of motherboards and stuff like that. I've seen all kinds of interesting things. That's the beauty of it. And we all have it. I don't personally think that only a few people have that. I think everybody has the potential for creativity. Every single human being. We are humans and we all have that potential. Artists and creators are not some special breed. You are an artist or creator. I don't know what kind of art or creative pursuit you're into, but there's got to be something. Whatever it is, we all consume a lot. We consume other people's art and other people's work, but we are also creators if we give ourselves permission to be, and if we have some time and resources, which not everybody has. But even if you just have a little bit, there's a lot you can do with it. If you have pencils or crayons or whatever it is, you can sing with your voice, you can move, you can dance. Not all of us are talented in all of these ways, but first of all, a lot of that is skill that you can learn. You can take classes, you can learn from YouTube, you can search on YouTube for whatever it is. There's so many things that are possible, especially in this day and age when there's so much information out there. So get in touch with your inner creator. Let yourself play with the different colors of life. And then the shaman. The shaman is the healer. This is the one who is able to heal herself, her own inner child, her own inner self, her wounds, her scars. As the description says, there is darkness in all of us because we have seen so much trauma in our own lives, different kinds of trauma, different kinds of issues, but there is no one who has been completely saved and sheltered from any kind of issue or abuse or trauma in our lives. It's just not possible to be an adult in this world and not have experienced some kind of pain. And in that pain is an opening for you to understand how other people feel, how other creatures feel, how other beings feel, for you to be able to get in touch with that and heal that. And by healing doesn't mean it goes away. It means you embrace it, like a child who's been hurt. They come to you and they're crying, "Oh, I got a boo-boo." What do? You embrace them. You tend to their wound. Maybe you take them to the doctor. But first, you have to embrace them. You have to comfort them. And that's part of healing. Your inner child needs to be comforted and healed. And once you do that, you are able to then get in touch with other parts of you that are able to serve others, whether as a teacher, not necessarily an official teacher, but a teacher in your own way, or some kind of healer, community service provider, whether you're gardening for your neighbors and sharing what you grow, organizing events for kids, after school events so that parents can have some relief and kids can get to know each other. All kinds of things are possible, but that's the shaman. There are many ways to be a shaman, as the deck says. There are many ways to be a healer. And of course, we have the lover card. Now, the lover, there are obviously more romantic or film and TV based concepts of love and romance. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But ultimately, the lover is able to love everyone because he or she or they love themselves. They love themselves, not in a cliche, meaningless kind of way, but in a way that you would love yourself if you could see your inner child, if you could see the parts of you that are dying for love, that are begging for love, that have been seeking love in other places and in other people. It's okay to love others, of course it is, but that can only be really done when you really understand what love is. And love is about being present, wanting the best for someone. That includes you. And you are allowed to love yourself. In fact, I think you can only love others when you truly love yourself. And I don't mean kind of narcissism, which is a very big thing. That's not what I mean, because narcissists don't love themselves. They are constantly looking for other people to validate their sense of self. Because if you truly love yourself, then all you have for others is love and compassion, and you are present. As the deck says, you understand what it means to be present. As it says, if you look at someone in their eyes for more than a few minutes, you will fall in love with almost anyone. There's no one with whom you cannot build a connection if you just spend time with them and really connect with them, and especially look in their eyes. So it's very important to do that for yourself. You can also stand in front of the mirror and look in your own eyes. And don't say anything, just look. Just look in your own eyes. That's one place to start. The other thing, I've mentioned this before, but I also remember hearing that there was a TV personality called Mr. Rogers, who was a kids show personality. And I read that he used to carry around a saying so that he would remember. And it said, there's no one who you wouldn't love if you knew their story. So if you knew people's story, you would probably find a way that you would love them. So that means anyone, people you might be having arguments with at work or online, God forbid, somebody who cuts you off in traffic or whatever it is. If you knew their story, you might love them. So give people a chance, but give yourself a chance too, and allow yourself to love yourself in a genuine way, the way that you wish somebody else would love you, because that's the only way we can truly get to know love. It's not just an empty concept. It is the most important and vital force in the universe. Especially for humans, it's the best way for us to understand what this universe is, what this reality is made of, which is nothing but connection. So between these 3 cards, you have just stumbled across an amazing reading today. I hope that you know that these cards are calling you to live up to your best and highest potential, because it's there. Or these cards wouldn't have showed up. They really wouldn't have, because I've never seen these cards in this order ever before. This is very special. This is a very special reading. I hope you know that, and I hope that it really inspires you to find a way to express your own creativity. What was something you liked to do when you were a kid? Everybody had something. Did you like to play with crayons? Did you like to make up games, plays, and movies and scenes from theater or whatever? Did you like to dance the way that Michael Jackson danced in his videos? Sing? Pretend to be an astronaut? You know, there's so many ways that we were creative when we were children. Playing with doll houses and setting up little scenes with dolls and action figures. I mean, of course, this is before like all games were digital. Whatever it is that you liked to do when you were a kid, think about maybe pursuing that again in some way. So that's the creator. Then also find a way to connect with all sides of you, heal your inner child, heal your inner wounds, embrace yourself, embrace the parts of you that are hurting. Embrace them, love them, hug them, cuddle with them, cry with them, and find a way to really do that. You can talk to them. You can literally physically talk to them in front of a mirror, or you can journal. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing unhealthy about talking to different parts of you, as long as you're doing it in order to heal yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. So the shaman is the one who goes within, heals themselves, and then is able to heal others. So the whole point of all this is not just to stay within, but then to be able to say, this is how it's done, to teach others, to heal others, to help others, other people, other children, animals. The whole world needs us. We all need each other. And then finally, we've got the lover. And the lover is the ultimate. The lover is the one who loves. And what else is there but love, ultimately? We come from love, and we will be going back to love. Whew. I have just the warmest tingles in my back. What a great reading. What a great way to wrap up this particular 30-day series. Thank you for being here with me. I have learned a lot through this process. I have learned self-discipline, how to show up, make sure that I put out a new video every day. I have learned some of the more technical side of creating and editing videos, accountability, to be able to tell the people who are following this channel to please look out for my next video. I've also had fun making them. You know, I've had these decks for a long time, and I've been reading tarot and oracle for a long time, but this has really given me a chance to refresh my own understanding of the cards, and also to be able to come together with these interpretations, to build them, and to be able to do it in a way that's basically improvising in front of a camera. That has been a great experience for me, so thank you for being part of that with me. There will be a lot more content coming up. Like I said, there's going to be regular content several days a week. I'm still developing that, but starting very soon, that's going to be up. So please stay tuned. Please hit subscribe and the bell icon so that you can be part of that and follow along as we go. I'm going to be combining creativity, spirituality, art, music, as well as some outdoor work, nature, walks, things like that. I think you're going to like it. There is a playlist that I set up that you can watch all these other videos that are in this challenge in case you missed any of them. So please follow the playlist on this channel. And if you want to be part of any other challenges, for example, I was thinking of doing another 30-day challenge or a week challenge where we collaborate, or I feature some of the stuff that you're doing, or you can share in some way. I'm open to ideas and I would love to hear from you. If you want to be part of any other challenges on this channel, if you want to it anyway, just take part on your own. You don't have to come on the channel. You can just let me know. And I would just be happy to encourage you along and motivate you as I do the challenge myself. So I'm still figuring out what challenges I want to do in the future. I do like doing these things. It's fun and it just makes me want to get up and do it. So we'll see. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Take care of each other and have a sweet infinity.